Good afternoon, everybody. Excited to be here today to talk about the future of listing power tools and Robert Palmer companies. As many of you know, in 2016, we embarked on a mission to build marketing technology for real estate agents. And I had this goal to make some of the best marketing and philosophies and things that I'd used in my businesses available to real estate agents. But as we went down this journey, we started to realize that unfortunately, as a software as a service, as a SaaS provider, that our interests weren't necessarily aligned with the agents that we served. And so my team and I sat down and we thought about how can we reinvent this company in a way where our interests are aligned, where we can roll out the best possible technology for our agents to help them sell the most homes possible and be as successful as possible and help as many customers of theirs as possible. And we realized that the best way to do that was to become a real estate brokerage. And starting in 2018, we made the decision that that's the direction we were going to go. So here we are almost 4 years later, and I'm proud to announce that Listing Power Tools is giving birth to LPT Realty.
Wow. That was a very cool videos. I am very pumped. I'm very happy that you are here with me. Thank you for joining me once again. My name is Wale Lawal. I will be walking you through LPT presentation. I've been with LPT for a while now and I'm loving it here. I was at EXP Realty prior to this time and I also had a good time with EXP. I was a 3 times icon agent. I sold a lot of real estate, and of course it was time to move on. So somebody shared this great opportunity with me, and once I saw it, I couldn't just sleep. I had to just do something about it, and here I am today. I am with LPT Realty and I look forward to sharing this opportunity with you. Now I do want you to take a lot of notes here. I want you to write, take note, jot down a lot of your questions, and eventually jump on a Zoom call with me so I can be able to answer those questions. So now, what is my goal with this presentation? My goal is very simple. I want to be able to educate you about LPT Realty and answer some of your questions during my presentation, and also explain to you what LPT is, what is not. I also want to be able to help you elevate your business, tell you 1 or 2 things that we are doing here, and even if you decide not to partner with LPT or join me at LPT, whatever I'm still sharing here will still be able to help you level up your business. So number 3, I want to be able to inspire you, maybe from what the company is doing, from what I've done, from what other great top producers are doing as well. At least be able to help you get 1 or 2 things out of this presentation. Number 4 is that I want to be able to answer all your questions. Now, how I'm going to do that is for you to schedule a Zoom call with me. I will share the link for you to schedule a Zoom call with me in the comment section below, so you can definitely click on that link. It will be a one-on-one private Zoom call. I'll be able to answer your question, or if you have additional questions, still pop them in the comment section. I will definitely be in the comment section answering questions as well. So let's get started. Now, these are the 5 questions I will be answering with this presentation, and you can also call it the agenda for this presentation. You see, this is 2023. Real estate has evolve over the years, and there's a lot of things that you need to consider, a lot of questions you need to answer before you partner with any brokerage. It's no longer I just want to hang my license with a broker. No, it is a business. You are an entrepreneur and you have to make sure that the brokerage you are partnering with, I don't like the word using hanging license, I like to use the word partner, because you are partnering with a company. You want to make sure their value, their vision, their culture, everything about the company align with you. Because if it does not align with you, then you're just wasting your time. You'll be frustrated, and a few months down the line, you will still leave that brokerage. I don't want that to be you, and that's why these are the questions you should be answering. Number one, the vision. What is the vision of the company? What is the vision of the leadership? What has the leadership leadership team, what have they done prior to forming this company? You need to understand that. Number two is the culture. What kind of culture do they have in the company? Is it a culture you would like to align yourself with? Is it a culture that you'll be proud of? Is it a culture that you can preach to anybody? You have to also understand that. Number three is the lifestyle. What is the lifestyle you want to live, and how does the brokerage, how does that support the lifestyle that you are planning for yourself? Also, what is their support system? What kind of support system do they have for an agent like you or a team leader like you? Do they have technology? Do they have employees working? How is their communication style? All those things you want to really know. And I will be doing a lot of justice to these 5 questions in the coming slides. Now, what about growth? This is very important. Everybody want to grow. That's why we are in the business. That's why some of us let go of our W2, our secure job, right? We let go of those to venture into the world of real estate, sales, so that way we can be able to level up our business and grow and, define how much you want to make and eventually be financially free and have that freedom that we're looking for. So growth is very important. You need to know what is the projection of the company, where is the company growing, where is the company going, and how would they help you, to grow your business as well. Because at the end of the day, let's face it, we are business owner. I want to know how you're going to help me grow. The company is a company. I care about my own growth as well. So you have to make sure that the company has a clear path to help someone like you to grow. So these are the 5 questions you should be asking before you partner with any brokerage. It is very, very important. If you're not clear with these 5 questions, trust me, you eventually get frustrated and, leave the brokerage again. So let's jump into it. Number 1, the vision. I just explained that. What is the vision of the company? You need to know. Now, talking about the vision, this is the visionary, right? Robert Palmer is the CEO and founder of the LPT. He's a business leader. He's a visionary. He's a marketer, like master marketer. He's a very, very genius marketer, and he has done a lot of stuff for himself. He's also a technologist. So he actually owns a mortgage company, which is called Robert Palmer Funding, and also he has a listing power tool, which is a marketing company that prints stuff to market listings for agents. So he's been in the industry for a long time. Eventually he decided to change the listing power tool, which was his printing company based in Florida. He's taking it to the next level, as you watch from that previous video, to take it to the next level to make it a full real estate brokerage. And this time what he did was to study all the brokerage available out there. He studied the traditional one, the brick and mortar one. He also studied the cloud-based brokerage, and he studied the 100% brokerage as well, and eventually puts a solution together, solving those problems. Whatever they are struggling with, he solved the problem, and whatever they are doing well, he even took it to the next level. So LPT Realty is a cloud-based brokerage and is a platform that offering agents full service benefit with 100% commission option and the ability to earn stock and revenue share. This is very important. So as an agent, this is what you should be looking at. So now the result is that a revolutionary brokerage for life was created, which is LPT Realty. Now, when we say brokerage for life, what do we actually mean? We mean that you can actually be on a flat fee. You have a flat fee per transaction. You don't have to, pay that heavy cap if that's not your own plan. So brokerage for life, meaning that you have options. You can choose what you want to do, and you can even switch back to the previous thing. I'll get into more detail, but we have this flat fee of a business builder, which is, one of the 2 business plans we have at LPT. We have a business builder and we have the revenue share partner. So as a business builder, all you have to pay is $500 per transaction and up to $5,000 cap. Once you cap at $5,000, you now keep all your money 100%. Now you're going to be paying $195 transaction fee. This might change in the future, but for now, these are the fees that are applicable. Again, $500 per transaction, $5,000 cap. So, and after that, you just pay $195 per transaction, which most of the time you can pass down to your client. Now, number 2 is the traditional commission. You have the 80-20 split, which means you can be on the $15,000 cap that will allow you to pay up to $15,000 to the company, and you are on 80-20. So if you make $10,000 commission, the company will take $2,000, you keep $8,000 pretty much. And you also have the opportunity to build a residual income, which I'm going to get into. Now, the third one is as a real estate team. This is one of the biggest reasons why I had to actually switch to LPT, because I want a flexible brokerage that allow me to run my team the way I want to run it. I don't want to fit into a box. I need freedom. I want to be free to do whatever I want to do, provided it's ethical, provided it is legal, and I'm not putting anybody at risk. So I like the fact that I can be able to, bridge the gap or monetize the gap in terms of letting other agents go because they don't fit into a particular model is a problem. So when I was at EXP, I lost a couple of agents because they were just not comfortable with the 80-20 split. So I don't have any solution for them. So this LPT actually solved that problem. If those agents are struggling, they can switch to business builder, and when the business pick back again, they can switch back to the rev share partner model. So I like that option as well. So retirement plan. Of course, I don't want to sell real estate forever. I don't know about you, but LPT gave you the opportunity to retire whenever you want to, and to actually plan your retirement and make sure that you are well taken care of, when you get to that age that you are no longer actively selling real estate, and eventually you can leave something for your generation to carry on from there. So now agents have choice. Now I'm going to assume that this is you are just getting started in real estate. Now, when you're getting started, you have 2 options, which is again why we love LPT. It gave you an option. You're not fitting into the box. It's like a 2 brokerage in 1. You have the option to go for a business builder. This is you. You also have the option to go for a rev share partner. For a rev share partner, it simply means you're paying $15,000 cap, which you're going to get back, and I will tell you how you're going to get it back. And also, as a business builder, you can, you pay up to $5,000 cap, and you don't get that cap back, unfortunately, but you have the opportunity not to pay $15,000, which again, I will tell you how to use that. So you have those 2 options. Once you now do that, what happens next? When you now start selling real estate as a new agent, when you start selling real estate, you're not paying $15,000 cap, right? You keep the difference of that $10,000 and use it to grow your business. As you continue to grow your business, you're now selling more real estate. Now you're probably now working with more real estate agents. As you're working with more real estate agents, now you're able to talk to, one of the agents you work with, or you talk to one of your friends that is also an agent, and they join you at LPT. You still on your business builder plan, but that agent now start selling houses. As they start selling houses, they also, brought in somebody, 2 agents. Now you see that, wow, I'm actually growing. I need to, take advantage of my rev share. At that point, you continue to grow your business because you are paying 10, you're not paying the $15,000, you're only paying $5,000 cap. So you continue to grow the business. Eventually, you have the option to now switch from a business builder. This is you before. You can switch to rev share partner, so you can capitalize on the rev share that you have built over the years or over the month, as the case may be for you. So I love this option of you can switch anytime. You can only switch once in a year though, but at least you have that option of let me switch when it makes sense to do so. So as a new agent, you're probably going to be coming in as a business builder because you're going to be saving a lot of money on your cap, and you will be using that money to grow your business. Eventually, when you become, very comfortable, you can switch at any time. Now, if you're already in the business for some time, you might see yourself just joining the middle, move your team, move your partners, everybody. Of course, you'll be coming in as a rev share partner because you cannot get revenue share if you are not a rev share partner. That's from the name rev share partner. You have to be a partner. So among other things, so you bring everybody here, you start making passive income from their efforts. Now you can start a team, you can, grow the team as much as possible. It gives you that flexibility and you get the whole gist. Now, how did the market respond to the vision? That's a question people are asking. Hey, we know this is a fantastic idea. How did the market respond? Well, the market responded surprisingly more than what we were anticipating. In the state of Florida alone, within the first 1 year, LPT was able to acquire 2,800 agents. These are in Florida only. It took Keller Williams, EXP Real a lot of years for them to do this in multiple states, but LPT was able to do this only in one state. So it tells you that people have been, craving for changes. People are looking for a solution. People like the 100% brokerage model. That's good. People also like the cloud brokerage, but the only thing they were not really comfortable with is that, hey, they still have to pay that 20% splits. So people want option, and LPT has come in, into the picture to solve the problem of giving agent option. You can go 100% route, or you can go a revenue share route, whichever one you choose. Now, this is a very, very impressive result, and now the company is growing all over the country. As a matter of fact, before the end of December 2023, we will have fully established ourselves in 20 states. Of course, right now, as of November 2023 of recording this presentation, we are in 10 states. But because of the growth the company has seen in the last 20 months, it tells them that, hey, we need to speed up. We need to give other agents opportunity to catch into this unfair advantage, as we call it here. So now the question is, do you see yourself, being part of this vision and this journey? Do you see yourself joining the bus before it's too late? Do you see yourself having a tailwind on a company that is growing really fast? If that's so, then I would say you should continue to watch this. So, like I mentioned, there is two business plan you can go to. You can either be in a business builder or rev share partner, and this slide kind of walk you through what you get for each of them. Just like you're buying something online, they give you different plan. Plan A, plan B, plan C. So for this one, everybody gets the listening power tool. As you can see, everybody get the LPT Connect, dot loop chime, all the technology, everybody get it. Education, training, support, we all get that. You all hand stock, but if you're in the rev share, you probably hand more stock than somebody in the, and you're also selling real estate, of course, than somebody in the business builder only. You can also recruit a downline. Both the business builder and the rev share partner can do that, and you can join a team. Both as a rev share partner or as a business builder, you can join a team. Now, moving on, you cannot be a team lead if you are not a rev share partner. You cannot hand rev share, because if you are not a rev share partner, you cannot have a branch office. If you are not a rev share partner, you will not be eligible for a black badge, which at EXP we call it icon agent. If you are not a rev share partner, you cannot be a mentor. If you are not a black badge, if you are not a rev share partner, and also you may not have access to early new products that the company is bringing out if you are not a rev share partner, because they just see that rev share partner, you are more involved, you are more invested in the company. Also, special events, you may not be invited for that, but trust me, it's more than enough what you get as well as a business builder. And now, priority access to hubs. Also, the rev share partner will have those access, easily more than a business builder. Now, number two is the culture. What is the culture of the company? You need to also understand that. I will tell you that if you want to take the discussion to the next level and you have a lot of questions, go to this website, topproducingagent.com. That is our website. Be able to schedule a one-on-one Zoom call with me, and I'll be able to answer your question and eventually see if we can partner together. Now, moving on, the culture, like I mentioned, is that you want to surround yourself with people of high caliber, people with a very, very great mindset, people that know what they are doing, people that have achieved a lot of success. And that being said, I will let you enjoy this video from Robert Palmer himself.
And we're sitting there talking, and he's like, this makes me want to go out and get bigger. This makes me want to grow. And I said, look, when I was your age, when I was just starting out, I didn't even know what a private jet was. Like, I couldn't think that big. Like, coming from my environment and where I grew up, my idea of success was so small compared to what could actually be out there. And so I think a part of my responsibility to our agents, to our shareholders, to our partners, is to help them expand their idea of
of what is possible. You know, what can be achieved, what should they be shooting for? Because look, if you set your goals to own a private jet when you're 22, my goal at 22 was to have enough money to buy a house and maybe get like a Hummer, you know, like an H2 back in the day. Like I couldn't think bigger than that.
Yeah.
And so by exposing our agents to this bigger world, it can be very motivating.
Yeah.
And that's been exciting to see. And then also, it's about pushing our agents out of their comfort zone. You know, like we provide billboards and the radio shows and the listing power tools and all these things. It pushes agents to get out of their comfort zone, because the biggest enemy to your success is your comfort zone.
That's right.
Getting comfortable. I mean, I try to keep myself purposely uncomfortable because it's really easy to just go lay on the beach and fall into that rhythm. But, you know, for me to come back at this point in my career and try to create what will be my biggest venture ever and lift all these other people up with me, I had to make myself a little uncomfortable. And it's hard to do, because the more comfortable you are, the harder it is to get motivated.
That's right.
And so getting pushed out of your comfort zone, trying new things, going on the radio, going on billboards, going on a listing presentation with this new product when maybe you've never been a listing agent before. It's really about giving you that confidence and that nudge and that push, because if we can pull you out of your comfort zone and we can show you that there are bigger things to be achieved, that's how you can truly grow and be the most successful version of yourself. And you've got to dream big to do that. You've got to put in the work, but you've got to realize that it can be achieved. And we want to be the proof of that, and we want to show you what can happen if you do work hard and if you do dream big, and that's what a big part of this community is.
Wow. That is a very good one. So, the biggest enemy to your success is your comfort zone. That is what I always tell myself, that if you're too comfortable, then you are no longer growing. So, yeah, this is the kind of culture we have here. You see that we have the entrepreneurship spirit, as you can hear from the founder himself, that you need to push yourself out of the comfort zone. We have an abundance mindset. Collaboration is a big one for us. We like to see everybody grow, everybody win. And we believe in this saying that a rising tide raises all boats. We like that all the time. Ownership and equity, we like that. Continual improvements, getting out of your comfort zone, I've said that multiple times. Accountability, among other things, is what really we believe here at LPT. Now, you have to ask yourself, do all this value, do they align with you, with your own value? If they don't, then this is not the right brokerage for you. But if they do, I will be happy to jump on a Zoom call with you and discuss how we can partner together. Now, number 3 is the lifestyle. So let's talk about lifestyle. See, for all of us, we don't want to work forever, right? We want to work, when we want to work. And that's why we chose entrepreneurship in the first place, right? That's why we chose real estate. For me, I don't want to work forever. I don't want to sell real estate forever. I don't know about you. So I want my lifestyle I want my business to build around my lifestyle. That is, whatever I'm doing, I'm building my business around that, not the other way around, not building my business around my life. You get what I'm saying, right? So you need to make sure that your lifestyle, it's aligned with the company that you're partnering with. And if it's not, then you need to probably look for a new brokerage. So now this slide pretty much show you, how you can structure your life around your business. Or, we don't recommend this one. We do recommend this one. So moving on to the next one, I love the fact that you have options here. So there is option here. You can do the 100% one. You can do the 80-20 model, which is we call the rev share partner. Now, how a brokerage can help, you need to ask that. How are they going to help you? What are the options available to you? How can you build a team? Is there opportunity for a residual income? Is there opportunity for you to earn equity? How do you build wealth? Can you even switch your option at any time? These are what LPT offer you. You can be on a business builder for the first 6 months, and after that you can switch. Even you can switch immediately. Like, you just joined the LPT, you thought you were not going to do very well, but you put in some effort, you took advantage of all the tools that are provided to you, and you crush it in your 3 months. Then switch to rev share partner. So that is the opportunity available for you here. Now, the support is also something you should be asking about. Hey, what are the support system here? What are the support system? If you cannot get hold of your broker, if they are not replying to your email, your phone call is not being returned, then it might be a sign that you are actually in the wrong brokerage. So moving on to the next one, we have the options plus support, which give you freedom. Yes, freedom is what we are looking for. That is why, again, we became an entrepreneur. That is why we let go of the security of the regular job, the W2 world. That's why we let go of that. Now that you let go of that, then you still don't want to put yourself in a bondage. You need that freedom, and LPT gave you that freedom. So now moving on to the agenda number 4, which is the support. Now, how does the company support you? That's a question you need to ask the brokerage or the leadership before you partner with them. In this one, I will talk about the support we have. Trust me, there's a lot of support, more than you probably would need. I'll start with the first one, which is the training. We have a lot of training and tools and system, which in my opinion, I believe it's about $11,000. Some people think it's worth $20,000 because the listing power tool alone is a lot of money. So, but I believe it's worth $11,000 that you're not paying for free. So now let's start with the first one, training and support. Training and development. How do we help you build your knowledge and skill set? Without knowledge, you will not be a successful agent because you don't have the knowledge to serve people. And if you can't serve people successfully, nobody want to work with you. And you will not be able to make money. So we understand that, and we spend a lot of time in training and developing agents. As a matter of fact, there is a program for a new agent. When you join, they take you through this 12 weeks program that actually show you how to sell real estate from A to Z. And these are very, very fundamental training that's from the industry veterans that will show you how they've been able to crush it on their own. So now in terms of this one, we have the agent power tool, which is brand new agent. I just explained this one for you. We also have a weekly live training that talk about mindset, motivation, marketing, coaching, branding, and sales. Because again, we are originally a marketing company. LPT means listing power tool. So it now became LPT Realty. So we support you by giving you those training to make you a better agent. There's also an on-demand training. Let's say there's an aspect of real estate sales you don't understand. There's already a video that you can watch that will solve that problem for you. Or if you still don't understand, you can schedule a time with the broker to go over that, and they will be able to help you. Now we have a group mastermind here. You see, these are the abundant mindset we're talking about. People here are very free to share knowledge of what they know, because we believe that if one agent win, we all win. If one agent lose, then we all lose. So we don't want that. That's why you see that we have this mastermind to help agents succeed. Now, number 2 on the support is the marketing and support. What does that mean? It means that we are agent-centric company, and we focus on you, the agent, to make sure you succeed. The company don't want to shine. They want you as the agent, as the team lead, as the independent broker to shine. Because at the end of the day, you are the one that the clients know and trust and like. So they want you to shine. That's why they're making sure that they have multiple logos, simple design. The color is very pleasant and go with almost every brand out there. No need for you to rebrand yourself. If you're moving or you want to move, but you think, I have a lot of yard sign, I have a lot of business card, I've done this, I've done that. The company have solved the problem for you with a very simple step. And you can see some of the design here. Now, you can use this one, either this horizontal one, or you can use this circle one here. You see the white color, the blue, the red, the turquoise color, and all those ones. So very easy to quickly include in your brand without any back and forth or without any issue. So now LPT, of course, wants you to understand your state rule, and I'll play this video. I'll let it play here. So they pretty much want you to shine, and that's why you see all these logo here. Very dynamic, very simple, nothing complicated. Just make sure that it's, you are complying to the state rule for any state that you belong to. Make sure that the logo and your design is in alignment with what the real estate commission in your states actually approve. Other than that, LPT doesn't care. They want you to shine. They want you to be the agent. They want you to win, and they want you to sell a lot of houses as much as possible, because at the end of the day, the company is real estate first. We make the money from when transactions happen. When agents sell real estate, that is where the money is made. And I will show you more when I get to those slides. So as you can see, agent choice equals to what? Freedom. Again, freedom. Agent choice equals to freedom. If you don't have choice, then you don't have freedom, which is again why I left eXp Realty because I don't have so much freedom there. So now moving on to marketing support, you have the custom branded assets that are already done for you or that just a drag and drop, and I will show you a quick example as well. So we have a proprietary AI, which is a marketing design software. We call it Dizzy. I will show you what Dizzy can do for you. You can actually customize your new brand in less than 2 minutes. I will show you exactly once we get there. So the question I've been hearing from people is that, hey Wale, I want to join, but how long is it going to take me to update all my brand and do all this customization again? Or hey, I've spent a lot of money to do all this. Am I going to be losing them? No. I'll show you how to do that here. So we use something we call LPT Connect. LPT Connect is our own internal software that we use, and it kind of houses all the tools that is available to any and every agent at LPT Realty. So you can see this is a screenshot from my back office, and you can see what it looks like. This is LPT Connect. Now we also have IDS website, which is a website that is linked to your MLS, so your clients or your prospects can actually search property on your website, and the property is pretty much pulling from MLS to your website, and they can search from there and they can be able to eventually still reach out to you. Also, we have some marketing that's all this hard retargeting and all those stuff. So now Lead Magnet is also one of them, which is your lead management CRM. You have the mobile app, you have the lead capture, which is very important. I will show you all those stuff. Now this is an example of what your website can look like. This is a quick one from my own, and you can customize it as you like. Now we use Chime. Chime is the CRM that we use here, and again I will get into all those once I get there. Now this is a quick example of what you can expect from your Dizzy. So this is Dizzy. We use it to design, this is me trying to design my business card, and I did this under 2 minutes or under 1 minute. So you also have the marketing plan that you can easily drag and drop your picture, change the color as you like. You see how I'm doing that there, and you can also have this magazine looking design that you can give to your potential clients or potential sellers, and this is done for you already. You just simply drag and drop your picture and select the template you want, and there you have it. You'll be fine. Now you're also going to be on Billboard. That's me on Billboard, and LPT want to celebrate you. They want you to be the local famous person, not the brokerage. Like I mentioned, they want you to shine. They want you to be the face of the company. So they're putting you everywhere, and they're helping you to grow your business. So this is Dizzy, and that's what we use to do it. So you see, it takes less than 2 minutes for you to have all your new marketing material ready to go. Now the last one is the listing power tool. Listing power tool is the biggest reason why I've seen a lot of people actually joining LPT, because this actually costs money on its own. So what is listing power tool? Listing power tool is a print marketing, is a direct mail, is a text response, and digital advertising and dedicated website that all work together. See how they loop in together to help you sell your listing. At the same time, they also help you generate more lead and continue to make you that local expert people want to work with. So in that listing power pack, you have this about 168 or so different marketing materials. You have the door hangers, you have the pamphlet, you have the business card, you have this sign readout that talk about the people can easily text this 1004 to this number, and it will come to your phone. You receive a text message that, hey, John Smith or this person is looking at this property, and you have an opportunity to call them. You also have a single website that is done for you that you can share with anybody and everybody, especially the seller. So the seller can also help you share the website to their sphere and be able to even bring you more leads. So that's the listing power for you. It is free for every listing, and I'll get to that as well. It's free for every listing. So far you have a listing, you have access to this, and this is free. You will be getting one for every listing that you get. This will be delivered to your house within 48 hours. I actually ordered 2 of these, and they got to me within 48 hours. house all the way from Florida, and I'm in Houston, Texas. So I can testify to that. Now, if you don't have a listing, you're still going to get a sample that you can use as a reference to, to market yourself to a potential sellers, so they can see what you're going to be doing and how you're going to be doing it for you to sell their house. Sellers want to see this, trust me, they want to see it, because the question is, how are you going to sell my house? You can easily answer that question with listing power pack, which is just one of the things that we do here, by the way. So like I said, it's free for all agents, and it comes with all listing. If you have 10 listing in a month, you will get 10 listing power pack. If you have 20, you get 20. So now moving on to support that we're talking about here is the technology support. We, a technology company, we growing really, really fast because of the technology we have in place. And this is not surprising, because we have an innovative leadership that are always thinking about what is working, what is not working, how can we improve it. And this is why the company has been growing really, really fast. Faster than EXP Realty, Real, or even Keller Williams. So LPT Connect is the technology we use to make sure that all your tools are in one place. You can log into LPT Connect and you have access to your Chime, you have access to your dot loop, you have access to the support, you have access to your marketing, a lot of other things that you have access to. I will show you again the screenshot of what it looks like so you can see what it looks. So this is it. LPT Connect is what we call it. It's a proprietary software, and also it works on the mobile. It also works on the software, on the desktop rather. You don't need to download any app. We can easily log into LPT from your phone or from your laptop. Now it also monitor your stocks and your rev share, and you can access all the hubs in one place. Hubs are offices, local offices that LPT has. So that way, if you are somebody that want to work from an office, you can actually just drive down there. Maybe it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes from your house, go there and do your thing, and you go back home. So as the case may be for you. Now, this is what it looks like. This is what LPT Connect look like. You see the transaction, email, community, forum, Chime, .loop, news, support, listing power tool. This is what I was talking about, that has all those prints. So again, for each of your listing, the worth of marketing material that you receive from listing power tool, it's worth about $300 to $500. So you have to be aware of that. Imagine you are getting $300 worth of print material for every listing. So the company is probably losing money, but hey, they have the company. So, and this is one of the selling points to help agents sell more houses, and it's been working for a lot of agents. I've seen a lot of agents that were actually paying for this listing power too, but when LPT, transition to a real estate brokerage, they easily moved their license because it was easy for them. Like, hey, I'm already buying this anyway. This is not going to be free for me. Sign me up. That's what they did. So now moving on to the e-sign compliance, we use dot loop, and here you can see dot loop here. Most people are familiar with dot loop. If you have been in business for at least a couple of months, you should have heard about dot loop. So you can edit, you can write contract here, you can get something signed, and also your compliance. Everything happen here. Now on the CRM side, we use this AI automation CRM called Chime. So Chime is the best CRM. I think it's Chime and KV Core right now. Follow Up Boss is also a good CRM, but Follow Up Boss is limited to just CRM. There is no any other features. By the way, Follow Up Boss has been acquired by Zillow. I read that in the news 2 days ago. So that means that they are now part of Zillow. How does that mean? Zillow want to monetize everything, and you might eventually start paying more or removing some aspect of that, of your CRM, from you. So Chime is very good. I've been using it. I'm liking it. It does take some time to learn, but trust me, once you learn it, it will help your business. So now the next one is the general support. What kind of support? We're talking about people now, right? What kind of support are you going to get here at LPT? We have 4 major ways for you to get support. Number one is a phone call, which is what I like. I'm a phone guy. I like to pick up my phone and call the person and get a real-time yes or no kind of answer. So phone call, you can call your broker, you can call the LPT support team. I've been calling them non-stop, and the response rate is really, really high. They pretty much respond within 1 minute on the phone, and they also resolve my problem within 1 to 2 hours. So that's very impressive. So also you can text them, you can do a live chat, you can do email, or you can go to the hub, one of the hubs, and go and meet, a team leader there that probably know about what you're trying to solve. So now moving on to the last agenda on our list. You remember I told you about these 5 questions we want to answer, right? So this is the last one, the growth. You need to be asking the broker, what is the growth can I expect here? What growth can I expect here? I understand where the company is growing. How are you going to support me to grow my business? Because at the end of the day, you are a business owner. And if you don't run your business like a business, then it's not going to work out, unfortunately. So you need to ask them, how are you going to help me grow my business? So this is growth now. You need to know how they're going to help you grow your business, how they're going to support you to grow your wealth, and how they're going to help support you to, grow your legacy when you leave. So we're going to take this one by one. I'll start with the business first. What is the company going to do, or what are they doing to help you grow your business? Number one is the compensation plan. You have options. I like that. People like option. It means that it's freedom. When there is an option, there is freedom. So you have option to either go a flat fee or you go a traditional commission, style, which is, the 80-20. Also, we have a low cap of just $5,000. It's a no-brainer for a lot of people out there. And also, it's not one size fits all. This is, again, one of the reasons why I joined this brokerage, because I like to have options. I don't like, somebody fitting me into a box. I like to be able to switch things around as I see fit or as needed in my business. For example, if you are going on a long-term vacation, let's say you want to take a 6-month vacation, for that year, you may decide to just downgrade to a business builder. But if you know that, hey, 2024, I want to crush it, then it might make sense for you to be on the rev share partner business plan. So that's very, very important for a lot of agents, especially the team leaders that want to retain a lot of their agents. That's something they've been really embracing. Now, the second one is I just mentioned all this 2 plan. We have the dot loop, we have the listing power pack, among other things. That's how they support you. Now, you see, you can go $5,000 routes of the cap, which is $500 per transaction, and that also give you all the tools, build a downline, option to switch anytime you want, stock options, and you can also go the 80-20 route, which is what a lot of people who also like, if they know that they are going to crush it, if they know that they really want to build a rev share organization, this is what they will go for. This is the plan I am on, because I'm a builder. I want to build people, I want to help people to support, and I want to build a legacy for myself. So this is the compensation plan or the business plan that makes sense for my own situation. For you, it might just be start here when you start as a $500 per transaction, 5,000 cap. When you get more traction in your business, when you're closing more business, you now know more people, then you can now switch to the rev share plan. So moving on to the next one is the fee structure here. One of the things I love this company for is that they are not charging you all those extra fees that most brokerage always charge. At EXP, I was paying a lot of this. I pay the startup fee, I'm paying the compliance fee, I'm paying the technology fee, and I'm paying for my desk fee, which is a monthly fee, but for LPT here, you only pay just 2. There is no sign-up fee, there is nothing else, just $500 per annum. And that's what cover your error and omission insurance, because as a real estate agent, the brokerage need to carry E&O insurance all the time, because we are selling real estate, which sometimes is the largest investment an average American will make in their entire life. So we want to make sure that we are protected and the consumer is also protected. Should anything we did not foresee happen, then the insurance company is going to cover that. That's the purpose of the error and omission insurance. Also, after you pay that $500, it cover your E&O and it cover all the technology fee, talk about the chime, the dot loop, the support you're receiving, among other things. And also, the next one you're going to be paying is $195 per deal, rather. So if you representing a client, you can pass that $195 to them and they can pay it. But if you don't want to do that, you can just pay that from your commission. So that way you're not passing any costs other than the commission, or you are getting maybe 3%, 4%, whatever the case may be. You are not passing any extra burden to the buyer or seller. So that's a good thing why I like the company. There is no any junk fees. So Now, agent promotion. So if you choose the revenue share option, the company has a way to help you to promote you either as a revenue share or as a business builder, and we're going to get into that here. So you see, they give you opportunity to be featured on local channels, talk about TV, radio, brand yourself as much as you want to. You can share it on social media. You can build your credibility by being on TV, which is something I'm going to be exploring very soon. So it's a no-brainer. Imagine your neighbor saw you on TV and they want to be selling their house next week. You're going to be the one they will call. So that's something you have to take advantage of. And I'm not surprised because the founder is a marketing genius. I mean, he found the company. It's a marketer. So, and he's bringing all those skills, all those connections he has built over the years to LPT, to grow agents like me and you, to be able to help our family and be a successful real estate agent. So that is on the support. Talking about the promotion, you can see me here on the billboard, and this is going to be posted all over the city where I serve, and even maybe a little bit outside of where I serve, but it's going to be all over Houston area. Now people that are passing by can see, oh, that's Wale on the billboard. That can be you. Hey, that's Jessica on the billboard. So that's something that I think is cool because it means that they are putting you first. They really want you to succeed. They want you to sell more real estate, and they want you to have that freedom so you can define your own success. Whatever success means to you, they want you to be the one to define it. So now, of course, they want to help you sell more real estate, which is the big one for the company. Now, still talking about agent promotion, some of these are what they do, event centers, sporting activities. They make sure they promote you as much as possible. Now, the last one on the growth. The growth is lead generation, right? So we all know that if you don't generate leads, then your business is going to die. Or if your phone is not ringing, then you don't have a business. So what does this mean? The company understand that, and they said that, hey, you know what? We will do something revolutionary. And what did they do? They are buying exclusive. They formed this homevalue.com. Homevalue.com is very similar to Zillow, where home sellers can go online and get the value of their home. Once they put their basic information there, the company is going to reach out to them, qualify them as a lead, eventually send those leads to any agent in that area. Hey, you have a listing appointment. And these are very hot leads that are ready to sell, not those that are just wasting people's time. So the lead will be exclusively for LPT agents. Lead will be delivered once ready for appointments, not for time wasters. You can opt in and opt out at any time. And this is owned by LPT Realty, which means increased company value. So as you can see, so homevalue.com is a company that is owned by LPT, and it means that they are generating lead. We are pretty much create our own lead generation system. So that way, once we have more lead, we can keep our agents busy. And when agents are busy, it means they are selling more real estate. When they're selling more real estate, they are making more money. They are happy. Also, the company is growing and making money as well. So that is the whole idea behind this one. I will let
if you want to see,
I'll let you watch this one.
I don't have a nose on my face, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that you do.
Homevalue.com.
You need home value marketing, tough guy.
By step exactly how your home is going to be sold for the most amount of money in the least amount of time. I mean, the marketing research, it's all been done for you. The data's all there. It's as plain as the nose on your face. Yeah, I know, I don't have a nose on my face, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that you do.
Homevalue.com.
You need home value marketing, tough guy.
So that's it for you. You can see this is an example of what it looks like. People come into this website, they fill out this little form, and at the back end they will receive it. They will reach out to that home seller and see and pretty much qualify the lead to see if it's a quality lead or somebody that is not serious. And the company is spending a lot of money on this, by the way, to push this to consumers. So that's something available for you. Now it's a referral. You're going to be paying 35% referral. You don't have to use it if you don't need it, but it's there for you to opt in and opt out as needed. Now, also, this is one big one that the company is also doing. I will play this video for you to listen to Robert himself, but in a nutshell, he's buying zip code from Zillow. Instead of fighting Zillow or instead of seeing Zillow as a competitor, we actually partner with Zillow. Who does that, right? Because Zillow has been around for a long time. They figure all this thing out. They have been very successful company. Why fight them? Why not just partner with them and win together. So we are buying, Zillow zip codes. Also, when you have a listing, you will be the only agent that Zillow will be able to show for that listing. Let's say I'm listing 123 Main Street and a consumer comes to the Zillow website looking at 123 Main Street. Zillow will only be able to show me as the listing agent or as the agent to contact. There will not be any other agent, no any LPT other agent or any agents outside of LPT that is doing the the Zillow Premier agent. They will not show. It will be only you. That's a way to protect the lead that you're supposed to be getting, and that is a free lead to you. Right now, if you check your listing on Zillow, I'm sure there's a lot of other agents that are showing up there that the potential buyer can reach out to. In this case, we are protecting that, so that way it is for you and you only. So yeah, I will let this video play, and you can definitely listen from to this video from the Robert Palmer, which is the CEO himself. Now this comes with a 35% referral fee. You have to pay that to LPT, but again, it's just an additional lead source. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it, but at least you have that options to keep your business going.
In my business, I never bought leads. Maybe it was a pride thing, an ego thing. I don't know. I felt like being able to go to conferences and brag about the fact that I didn't buy leads from LendingTree or Zillow or any of these guys somehow made me cooler than all the rest of the mortgage guys out there who were having to buy leads. And look, I realized that that's a growth edge for me, right? That wasn't a great founded business decision. Why would I have not taken that business as well? If I achieved 10% market share with just running TV and radio, creating my own stuff, could I have been at 15% market share, 18% market share if I had torn down, my own self-limiting beliefs about buying leads from other companies? And so a big part of my commitment to all of you as we launch LPT Realty is for me not to make some of those same mistakes that I made in my past life. And that's part of being a founder and maturing and growing. And so I didn't realize that was a growth edge for me until we started looking at it here at LPT Realty. Because as we looked at, I'm going to use Zillow as an example. As you look at Zillow leads, it accomplishes a lot of the same things that Home Value can. Now, it can create an exclusive lead source for our agents. If we go in and buy a whole bunch of Zillow zip codes and block out agents at every other brokerage and make those Zillow leads exclusively for LPT Realty agents, we've now created an exclusive lead source for you guys using Zillow. We can still protect our agents on their own listings. If we go buy a whole bunch of zip codes from Zillow, and as those leads come in, if it's one of our agents' listings, that lead goes straight to you at no cost, no matter what agent is buying that zip code or getting referrals in that zip code or whatever. That's a way to right a wrong that I believed happened in our industry.
Wow, this is dope. This is revolutionary. I mean, instead of fighting Zillow, we are actually partnering with Zillow. So the next one is the listing power tool. I mentioned this before. What is a listing power tool? It's a marketing materials for you. It has door hangers, it has a direct mail option, it has a text capture option, it has a digital advertising, dedicated website, business card, and that's how they support you on the listing power tool. Now, wealth. How does the company help you build wealth? You see, at the end of the day, selling real estate is just the path to the, it's not the end. It's to get us somewhere. And at the end of the day, we want to be wealthy and want to leave a good legacy. So how does LPT help you build wealth? I'll tell you how we do that here. We do that by having a residual income. Now, the money that continues to flow after an initial investment of time and resources has been completed. So if you choose to go residual income, it means that you will have to be a rev share partner. So you will be getting from the revenue of the company. So that way money is flowing into your bank account. Now, this is optional. If you know you are not very, outgoing person, you don't want to talk to people about, hey, let them come and join LPT. You don't have to do that. You can be very successful as well as a business builder just by selling real estate, because the company is already giving you a lot of free tools anyway. So you can be successful. But this one is just an option. If you think you're a builder, you want to leverage on what the company is doing, maybe you're coming from EXP or you're coming from Real and you've seen the power of revenue share and you want to take it to the next level, I can tell you there's no better company to do it than LPT right now, because the company is still young, it's still growing, and they're growing really fast, and you want to tag along, ride along with the growth. So that way you're not struggling to attract people when the company already reaches peak. I don't want to do that. So yeah, that's the revenue share opportunity for you. I will go through a quick scenario here of how revenue share works. Now, this is you, right? You came to LPT, you love the model, and you now share the model with another agent. And now when you share the model with another agent, that agent now, they come into your tier 1 or level 1 downline. From there, those agents in your level 1 downline now, share the opportunity with their family and friends and anybody they know, and those agents too now were able to attract other agents. Now those agents they attracted will be in your level 2 right here. Now moving down, it can go up to tier 7 or up to level 7. You see, this is deep, and it got bigger once you get to the 7th level. That's why I love this, because if they stop at level 3, then you're not really maximizing it. So they make it go up all the way to level 7, which is a good one. So now I will run through this example here, like I'm saying. So LPT will retain 50% though. Let's say I'll go through a number here so we see. Well, LPT will retain 50% of any revenue comes to the company. Let's say for this month the company make $1 million. The company will keep $500,000 in the company account, corporate account, and $500,000 will go to the revenue share account. That is the money they are using to compensate rev share partners like me and you, if you choose to become a rev share partner, because we're helping them to build a company. We are preaching the gospel, and we are using our influence to attract agents to the company in the ethical way. Now, this is a quick example. Let's say these are your downline up to tier 7. This number 3 and number 5, they choose to be a business builder. So what does that mean? They forfeited their option to get a rev share dollar in exchange for the lower $5,000 cap that they are getting. You remember there is 2 different business plans. There is rev share partner, and there is business builder plan. So business builder means that they only pay $5,000, but you as a rev share partner, you are paying $10,000, which you're going to get that. Sorry, you are paying $15,000. So which you're going to get that $15,000 back anyway. I will show you how to get it back very soon. So, and this is the percentage of what you get from each level. You see, now we're going to use this tier 7 as an example very soon. So you see, you can get up to 20% of this tier 7 agents, whatever they make, whatever the company make from this tier 7 agent, you can get 20% of that. So if the company make $1,000, you make $200. So something like that is what I'm talking about. So what does it look like for you? Let's go back and look at what is it going to look like for you right now. This is an example here. So you have the revenue share example. You brought in a downline, right? The downline join you and they sell a home. Now, this downline may not even be you. This is tier 7. Tier 7 is too deep. You may not even know this agent, by the way. But let's say you don't know the agent, but this agent that was attracted by an agent that you attract, that the person that you attracted, brought into the company, now sell a house. Now they sold a house of $500,000 and the commission was 3%. So that means the gross commission is what? $15,000. Because they are now on let's say this agent is on a rev share. They are on a rev share plan. So that means they are on a 80-20 split. They keep 80% of their money and 20% goes to the company. That means $3,000 go to the brokerage. Out of that $3,000 that goes to the brokerage, $1,500 goes to the corporate account. You remember they have to divide it by 50-50, right? $1,500 will go to the corporate account, $1,500 will go to the revenue share account. From that $1,500 that goes to the revenue share account, because it's your level 7 and it's 20%, percentage that comes to you, they multiply that $1,500 by 20% and you get $300. This is very, very simple. I like LPT because they keep this rev share model very, very simple to understand. There is no any complication here. So that is how you get compensated. Imagine you have 10 of these kind of people in your downline. So that's $300 times what? 10 people, $3,000 every single month. Just high level, keeping it simple, right? $3,000 every month times 12 months. See what that will do for you and your family. Pay your mortgage, pay your car notes, your student loan, buy an investment property, among other things you can use that money to do. So, but now you have to be aware that those that are on the business plan, business builder plan, they forfeited the revenue share dollar because they said share, they want to get lower cap, $5,000, and they understand that they are not getting the rev share opportunity because they want to keep more of their money, which is not a bad idea because you're going to be reinvesting that $10,000 gap. Instead of paying $15,000, you pay $5,000, and you can now reinvest that $10,000 you do not pay to grow your business. And once you grow your business to a point where you think, I want to capitalize or take advantage of the rev share, all you have to do is a simple phone call, switch from a business builder to a rev share partner. You need to understand now, how do I attract agents? This is a very common question. Hey, I'm not very outgoing person. I don't like talking to people. How am I going to be able to attract agents? I love the idea of revenue share, but I'm an introvert. I'm a shy person. I can't face people. What do I do? Don't worry. The company have a solution for you. And the solution is very simple. We have, because it's agent centric, right? We have this attraction tool for you. One of them is that we have a personalized attraction material, which is clearly define the value that LPT has to offer that agent. They customize it with your picture. You have it in a different benefits, and also you can hang this over you can give this to people in a market, in a networking event. It can be in a flyer, it can be in a mailer, among other things that you can do. That's the number one. Number two is that they gave you a personal attraction website. This is my website, and I'm going to let you enjoy this video very quickly to see how it actually works for you. So what does this do for you? You can share this website with anybody and everybody that is interested to listen to you about LPT, and it's very simple. This website has been tagged to your name. As you can see, my name here at walelawal.lpt.com. Anybody that sign up through this website will automatically appear under my downline because they came through my website. So they've targeting the system. This is a corporate recruiter that will reach out to that prospect on your behalf. Let's say you are speaking at an event and you share your website with them, maybe with a QR code or something, and they sign up. You're just going to see the corporate will reach out to that person, and they'll be able to get them onboarded for you. They will onboard them for you. Yeah, this is very, very good. And before you know it, you are now crushing it with your downline. So let me let you enjoy this video so you can see from the website what you're going to be getting in terms of agent attraction website. You see, we're in 20 states. Yeah, right there. Those are all the tools you see. All the tools we have. The website is looking great. I would strongly recommend you visit my website at walelawal.lpt.com. Yeah, this is what you're going to see here. At this place now, you see anybody that fill out this information and they click on schedule call today, they will receive a phone call from the corporate, and the corporate will help you answer the question from that prospect without you even knowing what is going on behind the scene. What a cool strategy. You are not being distracted from selling real estate. You continue to sell real estate, but they are doing all this for you at the background. And every agent have this website. Your first name, your last name.lpt.com. Very simple, easy peasy. Now moving on to the next thing is that Recruit Assist is another thing they have. Or let's say you're a listing agent, you work with a seller and you sold this house. The buyer agents, now you like them or they like you. Once you close, you can easily submit their information to LPT, and LPT will help you recruit them behind your back or behind the scene. I mean, not behind your back. I mean, they will help you. They will support the recruiting of them. Of course, you want to talk to the agent like, hey, you're going to be hearing from my company. I think you should look into LPT model. And if they say they don't want it, you can stop the conversation right there. But if they say, hey, tell me more about it, then you can, of course, have them on your Zoom call or have the corporate reach out to them. But it's a cool marketing strategy that they can help you nurture that agent on the other side of the transaction. They do this in form of, marketing to the agents. They reach out after the transaction. They can send them some marketing materials just for them to have a feel of what LPT is all about. And they can also sometimes text them on your behalf. So you can see these are all the ways they help you to attract agents once you close more transactions. And this is a good thing for a top producing agent, by the way. If you're selling a lot of houses, let's say you're selling 80 houses in a year, those are 80 potential, rev share downline you should have. So, and the company is doing this for you. So now moving on to the next one is the corporate event. So the corporates typically organize a rally. We call it a rally here, where they're going to get a big hall and bring a speaker to the event. And you can now invite anybody and everybody that want to listen to what LPT has to offer. Then you bring them to that event. This speaker is well trained about the model and will be able to, wow your guests, and eventually the guests can decide to sign up because they like the presentation. They just sold about the whole idea. So now, how does the company help you grow your legacy? Legacy is the next one I want to talk about. At the end of the day, we're all looking for a good legacy, right? So I'll tell you how the company is helping you. How they help you is for you to actually not just be an agent. They want you to become an owner in the company, meaning that you can now own stocks, you can now own equity. You can now have multiple stream of income, and you can also become a part owner of the company. You can now start building a long-term assets. You can win when every agent win, you also win, and you also have the opportunity to benefit from other corporate-owned businesses like homevalue.com. This is a separate business from LPT, but it's kind of feeding LPT. You can see like a lead generation company feeding LPT, which is a real estate sales company. We generate the lead and we sell, and also the sales company will sell to the lead, right? So, which is a cool strategy right there. So what does that mean? It means that from your production, you're going to hand share. You can hand share in two major ways. You can hand from your production and you can hand from attraction. So on your first deal, you will get share. On your third deal, you will get share. On 15th deal, you will get share. On 35th deal, you will get share, which means 35th deal, you are now a black badge. Black badge again is similar to Icon Agent at EXP Realty. And of course, stocks that are granted to you are multipliers. They are subject to changes as the company continue to evolve. So you can also earn share by sponsorship. You can earn share on your first deal, on the first deal that a direct sponsor agent closes after joining LPT one time. This is a one-time stock that you're going to receive, because the downline that you sponsor, you directly sponsor, not the one that your downline sponsor. The one that you directly sponsor, when they close the first deal, you're going to earn from that as well. So that was a cool strategy. And this is a quick, production share grants. You can see here, these are the badges we have. We have the white badge, the silver, we have the gold, and we have the black, which is, you really want to be at the black because that's where you get a lot of value right here. So these are the core transactions you have to do. I just mentioned 1, 3, 15, 5, and 35. And also these are the two business, compensation plan. You have the business builder and you have the rev share partner. So if you're at white level, you get this. If you're a business builder, at the rev share, you get you can read all this thing, but you can easily add all this together. If you attain a black badge, you can see potential how much of, I think it's 5,725, shares that you can accumulate just by selling real estate, doing exactly what you're already doing right now. Again, 35 transaction is very easy for a top producing agents like yourself or like you're aspiring to be. So don't be too intimidated with that. So now for the rev share plan, if you attract people, you can get a one-time, shares of 350 shares, and for the business builder you get 250 shares. So that is on the share part. Now imagine what you could accomplish at LPT. I've given a lot of information here, and I hope this has answered a lot of your questions. But imagine what is possible here. Imagine if you can keep a lot of your money. Imagine if you are not giving 40% of your commission to your broker again. I will let you watch this video, and as you're watching this video, I want you to do a soul searching. I want you to talk to yourself and see how this is going to change your business, change your family, and set you up for success.
In the world of real estate, agents are faced with a critical choice when it comes to choosing their path. Either go with a full commission brokerage with an affordable comp plan but little to no additional support, or pay much higher fees to possibly receive revenue sharing and stock but with moderate support. These are your only options. But for the very few who venture out on their own, risking everything to build their own brokerage, losing access to tools, support, and stock awards that a larger platform can provide, every agent knows that you must choose wisely, because if you decide down the road that your current brokerage option is not the right fit for your needs, you need to make the costly transition back to square one, resetting caps and forfeiting stock and revenue share. Brokerages capitalize on this fear to trap agents in a model. This is simply the way it is. This is the way it's always been. But imagine there was a better way. Imagine a brokerage platform that gives agents the flexibility to move between comp plans so that they can spend their entire career in one place while earning stock and recruiting other agents. Imagine if that brokerage offered solutions that ranged from a 100% comp plan at just $500 per file with a $5,000 cap, all the way up to an affiliate brokerage plan where agents can start and run their own independent real estate company, all while retaining support, stock, and revenue share. Imagine agents having the best buyer lead generation, CRM, and automated marketing platform to help nurture and close buyers. Imagine this brokerage platform puts agents first and focuses on real estate with great training, support, and culture. Imagine if that same brokerage platform recruited forest agents with thousands of dollars in marketing after every transaction they closed at no additional cost to the agent. How many more agents could that platform reach? How large could it be? Imagine how much the stock could be worth. Imagine if this auto-recruit system included digital marketing, direct mail, email, retargeting, and was all powered by an AI automation engine, all working together so contacts proactively reach out and ask about the opportunity to join. Imagine if agents could earn up to 7 levels of revenue share and stock grants on the agents that the platform recruited for them. Imagine how much revenue share agents could earn, how many customers it could serve. Imagine if this brokerage encouraged its agents to build local relationships for mortgage, title, and other services to make sure their clients get the best service. How many more transactions would they close? How large could that platform grow? Can you imagine the stock value now? Imagine having the flexibility to run your entire business from the palm of your hand so that you can maximize your most valuable asset, your time. Imagine getting in on the ground floor, at the top of a recruiting downline, before the company's gone public, before the market's saturated. Now imagine what your boat's gonna look like. No, a little bigger. There you go. Imagine if those recruiting efforts and stock awards could provide for the agent in life after real estate and ensure a successful retirement. And imagine the entire enterprise is created and backed by a proven industry innovator. Now imagine this platform already exists. Imagine you own this platform. Imagine how large you can grow. How much revenue share you could earn. Just imagine.
Wow, this is really, really impressive. Thank you again for being part of this presentation with me. This is very, very important. I'm happy that you are here. So now if you have any questions, you have multiple options. Number one, you can reach out to me directly by scheduling a Zoom consultation with me. Let's chat one-on-one and see if LPT is a great solution for you and be able to answer more questions that you have. Also, you can drop your comments in the comment section below. I will be in the comment and answer that, but I really prefer you schedule a consultation because that is where we can talk one-on-one and keep it private, so we are not, putting your business out there for a lot of people to see. So again, you can go to topproducingagents.com and that's where you will see the link to my calendar, be able to schedule a time that is convenient for you, and I'll be there myself to answer all your questions and eventually welcome you to LPT if it's the right move for you. If it's not the right move for you, I'll be the first person to tell you that I think you're better off where you are and don't destabilize yourself. So that being said, thank you so much for your time. I do appreciate you being here. This means a lot to me. Again, don't forget to schedule that consultation call. That is the way we can work together, and that is the way I can be able to answer your questions. I hope you find value here, and I want you to go back home, go through all those notes you've taken, and eventually make a decision. Thank you. Bye-bye.